Hello and welcome back to Fragmaster's GTI Thursday. It's 2026 and we're already on round 5. Tonight we're at South City Long with both cars. And joining me in the commentary box tonight is going to be Dave Fraser, that's Fraz, and Adam Sears. Adam, first of all, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening. How you doing, Pete? I'm doing great.
Good stuff. Fraz?
All good here, Pete. We're running the final race of GTI Thursday Masters.
Yeah, and qualifying is just coming to a close. And if you're not sure of what GTI Thursday Month of Masters is all about, well, we're about to tell you, so stay tuned. Here is the calendar for the broadcasts this year. We are going to be broadcasting 12 rounds, one a month until the end of the year. And there's a couple of milestones as usual. We've got the 450th ever GTI Thursday. That'll be round 31 on July 30th. The 9th anniversary special, yes, that is a big milestone. Again in September this year, on September 10th for round 37, and the season finale, of course, round 51 on December 17th. Coming your way on Sim Broadcasts. Tonight, it's all about South City Long, and we are under the lights. It's very, very early morning, so we should get a sunrise at some point. Let's have a look at this track, which has been slightly touched up, as you are aware, since the new update. But yeah, it's the same old configuration. It looks pretty much the same, even if it is. It's been given a facelift. 4 kilometre, 2.5 mile South City Long configuration, an absolute classic within Live for Speed. And tonight is a little bit different. We are going to have 2 races as usual, but in the middle we have got a 10-minute qualifying session because we're going to be using the XRG for 12 laps. Then we're going to have qualifying in the XFG for 10 minutes to set the grid for race 2. There is no reverse grid stuff going on in the month of Masters. Which means, today we're going to see both cars in this class in action. It is called Masters, of course, so you have to prove yourself in both the XFG, which is the front-wheel drive GTI car, and the XRG, the rear-wheel drive variant in that class today. Sears, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I think it's great they're also doing the special events throughout the year as well. That should be really good. They usually do some interesting stuff for those. But yeah, this is going to be having both cars running, which means that you get to see, you might see a shake-up of different paces. People prefer front-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive, etc., etc. But yeah, it's going to be, I think it's really good.
It should be. It's always a fun one. So let's get into it, shall we? Here is the current Drivers' Championship standings for the month of Masters. It's Joe Holmes leading the way ahead of Isaac Price. Very, very close, though. We've got 5 points separating these two. Then it's Gabba, Sufor, Twin Cam, Hernandez, Magic, Hachiroku, Unite, and TJ, your top 10. And that's the Drivers' Championship standings. As we head over to the Teams' Championship standings, it is going to be Motorsport on top with SRP, Master Race Car, Born to Race, Race Green, Road Appraiser, Meh, Sidus, Fragmaster, TC Racing, World Class Lines, Winners, and SG Racing in the 13th place. And that is what is the current state of play in the team standings. Tonight is the last round of the month of Masters. There is a separate overall championship that will sort of continue on into the next round, and we'll bring you an update of that next time. All right, we have got 60 seconds left before the start of race 1, which means we are going to have to bring you up to speed with the qualifying results, and this is how they currently stand. It's Gabba who nabbed pole in 2 minutes and 4 seconds ahead of Nalaluka. Joe Holmes starts in the second row alongside Sufor. Isaac Price, Lagutskas, Aerox, that's Julian Shine. We've got Unite, Twin Cam, Mega, Hernandez, Petronas, Hachiroku, Rayman, Magic, Grazanka, Argai, Madjester, Rid, and Alf, your top 20. On the second page, we've got Frixo, Yari Katilla, Chameleon, Will Willard, who is wildcard there, Spider-Man, Burned, Quick Mick, Sport P. Flaume, JJ Rajo, and Hermani. 30 qualifiers for tonight's race. 20 seconds to go before the start of the race. You can see there the cars warming up in the background. Sears, Fraz, this is going to be ace.
I'm really looking forward to it, yeah. Fraz, I'm assuming you are as well.
What a grid we've got here. I mean, we got Gabber, we got Yes Guys, Isaac, Laguga. We got Aerox on the grid tonight.
Yeah, indeed. That's nice to have him back and competing in Fragmaster GTI Thursday. I'm going to throw the mic to you two. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, Pete. We're still sat on the grid preparing for the off. This is the rear-wheel drive variant of the car. We are ready to go. Holding. They're off. Some cars opting with lights, some cars not. Seems to be a pretty clean getaway so far. Yeah, so just head down to that first corner. It's kind of tighter than expected, isn't it, Fraz?
Oh yeah, this is always tricky to corner. We'll get 3 wide here.
Yeah, everyone's sort of fanning out and trying to find their spot here. Yeah, they've just got to try and avoid any kind of contact because that could hinder you throughout the rest of this whole race. You really don't want that, and you really don't want the setback either.
No, you don't have the laps today to set anything up. You got to be going all the time today.
Yeah, for the non-stream rounds, we have about an hour-long race. So as you say, they've got time to find their way back. But with these ones, it's what, roughly 25 minutes with that
Yep,
qualifying period in the middle.
25-minute race.
So yeah, they've really got to get going, and they cannot. They've got absolutely no time to build back up. They really have to go here. I'll be Gabber in front with no lights and the massive Pikachu on the side, so you cannot miss him.
Yeah, so it's Gabber leading. We got Nally in second. Unite. Who's Sufor third?
Joe Holmes. I was about to say it's pretty chaotic in this as we go further back in the pack. That 5 cars all battling for the same position. This could end in absolute tears if not okay. Oh, and the rest. Yeah, there's a fair few here, isn't there, Fraz?
Oh yeah, look at this train of cars. Like,
yeah, I was promised big grids for this event. It's very popular, and I can certainly see that, and I can see why as well. The racing looks absolutely brilliant all the way down the field.
Yeah, this reworked. The update that they did just changed the whole look of LFS, and yeah, what a difference in So City.
As Pete alluded to, over the course of this race, we should get a bit brighter, and then obviously for the next race, we're hoping for a daytime race. So you really have to not only do you have the dynamic of the different cars and the different performance in that aspect, you also have who can handle the night with the shadows and the lights and not getting blinded in the mirrors and stuff. But it looks like Gabber's pulled out. Is that? No, we're back in 10th. Excuse me. Similar. Another aspect of this race is a team aspect. You can see at the front we've got a couple of and Master Race cars here, so you need to differentiate between the skins. Also, a mandatory pit stop, which we've seen a couple of cars here, including Joel Holmes, who is current championship leader, taking that early pit stop, which makes sense because it gets you out the traffic.
Yeah, exactly. You'll do a lot of drivers will do the early pit, and then they're not in the traffic fighting so much. And he's going to be picking off cars that he knows he's faster than.
It makes total sense. If you've got the confidence that you can make those passes clean and not have any kind of issues, especially because I imagine a lot of these drivers will be used to letting through traffic as well as getting past, so they'll want to let someone through that they know is quicker without losing any time themselves. But a proper little scrap here.
Right, that's the problem. He's gonna, you're gonna come up into these situations where cars are battling.
Yeah, it's exactly. You've got that whole aspect of trying to find a clean move while, as you say, people are battling and they don't want to lose position because if you lose position and you lose a bit of time, it's going to be very difficult to catch that back up and make that back. Very, very, very pink car there. Is that potentially Unite? That's Laguga, excuse me. In the yes. Yeah,
right behind the go-go.
Yeah, I thought it might be he might be the pink car because Sidus's colours are pink and his own personal ones, but it seems to be that he's gone with a purple and Lugutska's gone with a pink one. Could this be a move for us?
We've got Twin Cam right here too now.
Oh, he'll be happy.
He's watching these guys go door to door.
Yeah, Unite's pitted. He's obviously not interested in getting involved in that battle and losing time. But we'll see if Twin Cam can use that battle. We're just hearing Unite sped in the pits there. That's gonna potentially ruin that one. As we said, there's not much time to make that gap back, so you've got to go through the pits twice instead of once.
His race is over.
Unfortunate for him. Whoa! There's a lot of these cars. They haven't got the grippiest of tyres, have they? You can see these cars sliding all over the place, struggling for grip, and especially when you side by side as well. I can't imagine that's particularly easy for us.
Well, a lot of people, like that little slidey part of it, but yeah, again, it gets a little dicey at times because
Yeah, I think
a lot
Manchester
of
hitting the
these
wall.
turns pull you right out to the outside wall to begin with.
It's a very tight city circuit, and you've got all these little cutouts where usually it would be a normal junction, but obviously here they're closed off. But you're not quite sure where the barriers are. You need to know exactly where you're going, and yeah, like you say, you need to know exactly where the walls are because the quickest way around is to go as close to the walls as possible. But you hit them, you might damage your suspension.
So we got Gabber still leading and Nally right behind him.
Is that gap closing up? Do you think? I think that's definitely getting a bit narrower. We could see a. Yeah, we're hearing fastest sectors for Nanaluka there, so he will be applying pressure, I think, especially with the team championship as well. Yes, versus Master Race car, they'll be they'll be wanting that win, I think, if not for themselves, for their teams.
So Joe Holmes, he's back out in 17th. I see Unite 18th.
They have made up some proper progress, haven't they? I imagine that United's probably not done his drive-through penalty yet if he's that high up. But yeah, I mean, from pitting and presumably coming out in basically last to already be that high up is a very impressive bit of driving, I think. Which you'd expect from the current leader.
Yep. We're focusing in on Joe Holmes here.
Yes. We'll see how long it takes for. Oh, yeah. He's obviously trying to stick on the back of Joe Holmes and use him to work his way through traffic just to try and not lose much time when he does have to make that second stop. If he can get as far up as he can and not lose that time trying to fight through traffic again all on his own, if he can just stick on the back, that will really save him some time over the course of the race. But obviously, it's damage limitation at this point. We've got Twinkham still trying to close up to the back of Laguga.
Here now we got the Joe Holmes battling through the traffic.
That was Joe on Manchester, we believe. Oh, a bit of contact in the back as the leaders were coming through. I say leaders; it's for position, but the pace difference. Yeah, this is Unite on the back of Manchester. Oh, he's gone. That is a late move.
Tight.
Oh, oof! With a bit of slide with the wall as well. That's crazy.
That's one turn. You do not want to be going door to door in. But they made it work out.
I'm curious whether that was a thanks very much hazard lights or a what are you doing blocking me hazard lights. But it's one or the other. But yeah, I think we're expecting him to come in the pits this lap for that drive through. So
you can see the gap that Joe opened up on Unite just because of that.
Yes, that is a massive amount. You can, it just shows how important working your way through traffic. Oh, as I say, working through traffic cleanly. That was two cars battling and not battling cleanly at all. Just made a mistake, got wide there. I think we're hearing there's potentially some. Oh, here we go. Rid and Rayman here. Rayman for race green in the green car, unsurprisingly. And Rid's quite high up in this championship from what I was looking at before this race. Where are they?
Yep, we got Grzanka making his move on Hermione here.
Just to crown that, Rid is currently 17th, and they are an independent, so they do not have a team associated with them, so they're out for their own glory at this point. Yeah, we've got is that Sim Racing Polski? Yeah, Sim Racing Polska there. With I think Hermione behind of Grzanka. There's two of those cars, and they're both high up. They're both pretty high up in the championship as well, which is really helping out their chances. Hachiroshu on Mega here, and one car keeping it far away from the wall, one car getting as close as possible, but seemingly Hachiroku's got a run here.
I think Hachi's going to get him here.
It's just clean driving. Don't hit the wall, line yourself up, and just make that dive bomb as soon as possible. I think we're probably going to see that coming in a corner or so.
Yeah, we got the hard right-hander coming up here. This was a really tricky turn.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, you may as well do it here, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's not gone for it, so that's probably going to be a little while. I think we're heading towards the. Although he's got to run here, I think we're heading towards the start-finish rate, so that's going to have to be a drag along.
Hatchie hit the wall, and that's the end of that.
Yeah, the flash of the lights, but they've lost time all on their own there, so that's their own fault, it appears. Is Isaac going for having a look on Sufor for third? Again, as you see from the leaderboard there, you've got Yes Motorsports, Monster Race Car, Yes Motorsports. They will all be desperate to have their two cars at the front. So I think they're going to be, obviously we're pretty early in the race so far, but as we get later on, I think we'll probably see some team. You're not allowed to bump draft in this series, but I'm thinking there's going to be some tactical plays later on, or at least I'm hoping so anyway. Do you ever get
in theory, yes wants Isaac to win, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I know Gabber doesn't like losing.
Yeah, there's almost 100-point gap between Isaac in second and Gabber in third. So yeah, for the team wise, they'll definitely want Isaac to get the most points. On the other hand, Gabber is going to want to win because it's Gabber, as you say. So yeah, I think that'll be an interesting dynamic. But also at the same time, Gabber can't hold off and let Isaac through, because then you might have that battle with Nialuka and Sufor just sneaking in. There's really got to be some sensible plays.
Yep, we got Isaac pressuring Sufor right now.
Yeah, it's good. See how Sufor handles the pressure. I'm gonna guess from other series I've seen him racing, he'll probably be okay. But at the same time, it's never easy having someone, especially with the lights now, someone behind you, full beams on in your mirrors. You can't quite see where they are. It's not easy to ignore that. But yeah,
no, it's not easy to ignore the fact that Isaac Price is right behind you. Right?
No, most certainly not. As we say, second in the championship. He's no slouch, is he? And it's only 5 points between him and first.
Right.
Go
on. Yeah, 5 points between him and Joe Holmes. Joe Holmes again currently up to 13th now. And now he's running into traffic that's not slow.
Yeah, they're not letting him through easy, are they? He's gonna have to fight his way through this one. No one's gonna let him through. So yeah, as we said earlier, it's a good job to get that pit stop done out of the way. You won't lose time stuck in traffic early on, but then as you get to this point, you hit the mid pack. People that are they're quick, but they're not quite as quick as you are, and it's difficult to get through. At least get through cleanly. So you're really going to have to use your brain, use your skills, and really show off what you got here to try and get through these mildly slower cars. We've got Rayman ahead, and he's just gone past Hernandez.
Looks like Rayman's giving on a line now. No,
I think it was a hint of a gap that was always going to close. I think just to try and see if you could bait him into it. I think we might potentially have there was a dive bomb there. Joe Holmes is now past Rayman, so that's him up to 11th from that early pit stop. Of course, we're expecting everyone ahead of him. I believe that it's going to still require a pit stop, but it depends on that. What's that gap? 23 seconds to the leader. I haven't timed the pit stop, which I should have done. But yeah, I think we're here in an area. It's unlikely to slot out ahead. It's just how much, if we do come up to lap traffic, how Gabber's going to handle that. Yeah, Nialuka's dropping back a little bit now. We did see him closing up earlier, but falling away it seems. And Isaac Price is certainly not falling away here.
Still all over Sufor though.
I think this could well be a move. He's right on the back and he's got a toe. He's pulled out early though. Obviously, no bump drafting, so we can't push him down. So that's the only real option, I think. Side by side with Isaac Price, but he's around the outside here.
Sufor is going to protect the inside, make Isaac go around the outside. This is going to be tough.
There's that lack of grip again. The lack of grip, you just can't hang it around the outside. But here in Joe Holmes does have clear air, so he can push, but is it too little, too late? Sufor's dived in. That's unleashed Isaac Price. That is a bold strategy move. halfway.
Yeah, I don't think I would have did that if I was Sufor, but
I definitely wouldn't. And if I was Luca, I'd be raging because that's a driver potentially thinking about their own race and not the team. So that's now unleashed Isaac Price to chase down Luca and potentially make it a 1-2 early days. Obviously, we still need these pit stops, but we'll see where Sufor comes out because he's in and around the front. That's Joe Holmes. Oh, there he is? He's ahead.
Yeah, Joe Holmes is going to go by.
So what? That's a couple of seconds to Gabba. Different, same team, different. Well, not same team. He's independent, but yeah, Sim Racing Polestar car. We got confused. Apologies, but so what's that? Let's see if we can figure out what that gap is. That is, we need to see the next set of timing loops, but it's looking like it might be about 10 seconds. So yeah, that's not going to be unless he really gets a push on. That's not going to really help him. We should be getting an update shortly on this gap. We're looking at the 9th and 10th gap between Sufor and Joe Holmes. 4 seconds. Yeah, so 4 seconds. That's going to be nowhere near enough to get near the front. Oh, Luca's gone. That wasn't a position move. That wasn't a pit stop. He's lost connection. That's really not ideal for him. Yeah, that's a mess. I mean, it's worked out for Sufor because he's not going to get shouted at in the debrief. But really, that's really going to hurt his championship chances here. That's really, really, really unfortunate for him. Hopefully, he should be back for the second race. You'd hope, assuming he can get his whatever the connection issue was sorted. But that's I mean, it's great for Yes. They're now 1-2 with, as we've just seen, a gap enough to stay ahead. I think we're looking at 16, 17 seconds for a pit stop, which would, if they pit now, which I'd expect they're probably going to pit at the end, that'd stick them in 6th place. This is Lagut's on Julian trying to make up a place. Not a place, sorry. Lapping traffic.
No, that's a battle with Aerox.
Aerox, excuse me. Sorry, I'm hearing names in my ear I wasn't recognizing from the timing tower. That's my bad. But that is, as we said, now a move for position and a podium given the disconnection. So he's not quite held it, but I imagine he probably will do on this next corner. If he said inside line, you've got the preferential treatment with the grip. Still side by side.
Yeah, I'd go as these guys have driven side by side before.
What was that? 4 corners side by side? Absolutely no contact, perfectly fine. That's insane. What great driving, what a great series so far.
And now twin cam right on the back of Lagogo.
This is not gonna, I think this is gonna go down to the end. Obviously it depends on when they pit, but I think I've seen in other races in this series, the strategy is usually pit as late as possible. So potentially they could all come in on the same lap. You don't know. But yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame because he really got really got side by side. Was really, I thought he was ahead, to be honest. But then Aerox just made the outside line work and cemented that position at the moment.
Yeah, these guys will put their cars in the perfect position to, force the guy to go around the outside every turn.
Yeah, of course.
And you just can't. The car doesn't have enough speed to do that.
We didn't particularly mention it, but this is one of the basic cars in Leaf for Speed, and I believe one of the basic circuits as well, or at least so demo cars and S1 circuit, which is the basic package if you aren't using the free version. So all these drivers will have been driving these cars around this track for years and years. As you said, minor tweaks, but it's mostly the same as it was previously. So really, this is just top class experienced drivers in top class experience races. This is a treat. You got Meg in the pits from quite high up. Yeah, quite high up in position. Another Master Race Car, but another Master Race Car coming in early. So presumably this is the team strat. They've worked it out and they think this is quicker. But yeah, I mean, a couple of laps left. What is it? I think probably I imagine lap 11 is your last lap to pit. you're obviously not going to be coming on the last lap. So yeah, we've got what two more chances to come down. So we'll see how the front lot decide to do that.
So
Is
that
anyone going to
looks
try
like
an
it
undercut?
worked out. That pit stop worked out for Mega as he's back out in 11th. He pitted from 10th.
Oh yeah, laughing at that point, aren't you? I mean, obviously lost position to Joe Holmes, but that we were expecting that from early doors. But yeah, I mean, that seems, as you said, that's absolutely worked out perfectly. C4's potentially looking at third place, looking at the gaps. We said it was about 16, 17 seconds. So that'd be impressive, yeah. Obviously already pitted.
We go on board again
happen.
with Lagogo. He's going to make another run at Aerox here.
We'll have to see how this one plays out. I think I'm anticipating another side-by-side battle all the way around here. I don't think anyone's going to give up, are they, this late in the day? Around the that was a proper angle there.
Look at that. Nice driving by Lagogo.
I'm speechless. I'm sorry, that's really bad for a commentator, but I've never seen anything like that.
Twin Cam in.
Yeah, he's gone early. Well, not early, but a lap earlier than everyone ahead of him. Obviously going to lose out to C4 there, but it's maximising. Oof. Yeah, that's it. Twin Cam's now. These two are battling. Twin Cam was going to be involved, but now Twin Cam's got himself out of that battle and will presumably have relatively clear air, or at least he will have the confidence he'll be quicker than everyone that he comes up behind. Yeah, this is. I mean, they're both going to have to come in the pits at the end of this lap as well. So yeah, so Joe Holmes, Hachiroku, both ahead of Twin Cam, but Twin Cam does have that clear air. It appears to. Well, he's got a bit of a draft. He's not getting held up, is my point. So yeah, it looks like these two are definitely battling. They are definitely holding each other up. So we'll have to see where they come out versus Twin Cam, but they're both going to have to come in the pits this lap. Need both of them a bit short. No speeding penalties. They don't miss their box. Well, are they stopping or are they just driving through for us?
No, they got to stop.
Yeah, so you got to make sure you don't miss your box as well, right? Because that could be curtains. There's no designated pit box, but you do have to stop in a box. So even if you miss one, you can drive forwards. But if you miss one, you've lost time to the person that came in at the same time as you. This is really, really, yeah, this is going to be a really important stop for both of them, and we'll have to keep an eye on Twin Cam as well. But yeah, another lot. Gabor, Isaac, Laguga, and
so Gabor
Aerox
coming in. These guys have to come in now.
They all have to come in. You're right. So yeah, that what I said about Aerox and Laguga is true of Gabor and Isaac as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on all of these pit stops. Wow, you have to have 4 eyes for that.
Down. Get your speed down and hit your box.
Here we go. That looks good to me.
So all eyes on Sufor and Joe Holmes now.
I think so, yeah.
Sufor in 5th. Here comes Sufor.
Obviously, you've got the 2 different lines, same as Abu Dhabi F1 circuit, but it does appear Sufor has nailed that. The early stop is about halfway through the race, and we were questioning it, but didn't have questioned it really.
Oh, Gabor out with the lead.
That's Isaac.
Battle on for second. Here.
I was not expecting that, but yeah, this is, as we say, this is Sufor battling Isaac. 2 different teams. They're not going to want to. I mean, they can't take each other out, but they're definitely not going to make it easy for each other. So Isaac in the blue car, Sufor in this MRC liveried car. That's the. Whoa!
Little contact.
Gentle contact. I think that's fine, but yeah, that's.
Here comes Joe Holmes on the scene now.
Championship leader is not going to want to sit here.
We've got a 3-car battle for second.
Yeah, they are. This is going to be. I mean, Gabor's walked away with it, it appears, but yeah, these 3 are most certainly going to have a scrap right to the line, I think. Oh, I thought Joe Holmes was going to look for an undercut there, but he's not quite made it work. and they are obviously all same cars. It's just down to driver skill and setup. Joe's desperate to try and make that move. Oh, an indicator's come on. He's not going to let him through,
Joe
surely.
to go on the inside here.
What an interesting
And Joe
play.
got it. That's not good driving by Sufor.
No, I'm curious about that one. He might be looking for a toe to try and toe the line. No, he's gone wide. That's an interesting one. We'll have to see how this works. I mean, there's something going on in his head because he's pitted early, and that was a good strategy. He's done this. Maybe it's a good strategy. Gabba's won this race, and by a country mile, no lights needed. Off he goes. This is Isaac. Yeah, this is as it was. Isaac, Joe Holmes getting ahead of Sufor for second, third, and fourth there. Laguga for the in the Yes Motorsports car. Twin Cam in the Born to Race, and Aerox. Eighth for Mad Jester, but he did not stop. So that is a disqualification for him, unfortunately. If we run down the top 10 as someone celebrates across the line, so we can run down
the big thing is Isaac finished in front of Joe Holmes, so maybe Isaac moves to the lead. Is that?
I'm not good enough with math to work that one out, but
yeah, I don't know the points really. So
we're hearing
they're tied going into the final.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Brad.
So they're tied going into the final round.
Yeah, so that will be whoever is ahead at the end of the next race will take the Month of Masters Championship in the drivers. So that is going to be one to watch for sure. But congratulations to Gabba for smashing that one, really. I don't think you can, there's no other word to describe that one. He started on the pole, he drove away from everyone, nailed his pit stop, came out ahead of everyone, crossed the line. No mistakes, didn't see anything go wrong. We just see him get caught up a little bit at one point, but then he pulled that gap back out again. So yeah, I would go. I don't know about you, Fraz.
We got to remember we did lose Nally.
We did.
He was running second, so
and he was the one that was challenging before he lost connection. Yeah, hopefully he can return in time for this 10-minute qualifying session. But if we run through the race results here, as we just said, Gabba winning for Yes Motorsports, Isaac second for Yes Motorsports, Joe Holmes Independent in third place. And you've got Sufor, Laguga, Twin Cam, Aerox, Unite, Mega, Hachiroku, Rayman, Magic, Grzanka, Hernandez, Wowstar in 15th, Yari Katilla, Chameleon, Briox, Rid, and Argai in 20th. As we run through the next board, you've got JJ Rayo, Alf, Bernd, Hermani, Fort Flame, I'm going with. Wildcard, Spider-Man, and then Nihiluka with that DNF for connection. Ban in 29th, Petronas, who was, I think, relatively high up in qualifying, down in 30th, again DNF. Mad Jester disqualified and Quick Mick disqualified, presumably both for pit stops. Which is a strange one for us, because I don't think this isn't a new rule, is it, this pit stop rule?
No. So Quick Mick, I don't think he even qualified. So yeah, I think he was just trying to bank some laps. Because that's Mika.
It's an interesting way of practicing.
And I expect him to be battling for the lead in this next race.
Who was that, sorry? Quick Mick was that?
Mika from AA.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, he's a former champion here.
Yeah, I was about to say that the first year championship, right, 2017. I was having a little browse of the website earlier. Might be something to mention while we're in this break, just for anyone new. We've got just a note there is that TJ, who I didn't see in this race, he might not have turned up for this one. He is a 4-time champion with Joe Holmes in 2024 and Nihiluka in 2025, which is why it's a massive shame that Nihiluka retired from this race, but also born to race in the teams championship. What's that? 7 times?
Yeah, they come out with a big grid all the time, and the more cars you have, the better chance you're going to win that.
I mean, I respect it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, getting entries and people that are willing to give up their evenings to hack around for a bit, as fun as it is, on that much of a consistent basis for your team. I mean, fair play, deserve the championship in my opinion. But yeah, and then that last year, winners. What an apt name. Winners won.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, they had a lot of cars, and unfortunately, they kind of disbanded this year.
Well, I've got Naoka down as have I got that? Who's he entered as this year, or is he entered as a part of a team this year? Yeah, winners. They're currently 7th in the overall championship and 12th. Down in 12th for the Masters Championship this year. So yeah, presumably it is just Naoka. But yeah, sorry. We're I think is that quali? I think we're heading towards the start of this 10-minute qualifying session in the front-wheel drive car. Raz, have you got any insight in the differences aside from the obvious, the front wheels driven rather than the rears?
Right. Yeah, this car will handle the turns better, right?
The front-wheel drive turns better. So this is the start of quali. You've got people. Quali has just gone green. You've got people leaving the pit lane, as you can see on the right-hand side in the corner. They've all gone out together. So I imagine people are desperate for that slipstream, Fraz.
Well, it's not so much slipstream. Yeah, it's very little. I mean, but yeah, you're just looking for an opening here somewhere.
I guess, given that it's a different car, it's get as many laps under your belt as possible, so you're as set and ready for that race as possible. So I imagine quite a lot of practice for that previous race with that car. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to guess based on other racing series, the front-wheel drive car is probably not as popular as the rear in this series, where you've got a combination. Obviously you do some races where you're allowed to enter both cars. I'm getting the impression that the rear-wheel drive is probably the favourable one. So I'm going to guess. Go on.
Again, the XRG is just a faster car, and yeah, you want speed over handling more often than not.
That's an absolutely fair point. Crazy tyre wobblers right there from, I think that was Joe Holmes. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it. Definitely don't want to have anyone smashing the back of you while you're weaving around. But I mean, yeah, I believe he's very quick, given that he's tied top of the championship. So I'm going to guess he knows what he's doing on that respect.
Yeah, and he wants to open up a gap to the car in front of him, right? So he's not chasing him down.
Exactly, and as we saw in that previous race, when you get up behind someone around here, such a tight, twisty, narrow track, you don't really want to be stuck and trying to find your way through, especially in qualifying. Look how beautiful the scenery is at night. It's really, as you said earlier, it really adds a new dynamic to Live for Speed. It's great.
Oh, the visuals are they're just amazing now.
I'm assuming that's a race green car in the background, the black and green one, which reminds me of the touring car MG from the mid-2000s. Interesting livery, but yeah, I think we've got Unite here as the first car starting a lap, and Naoka behind him, looking for the toe. I mean, yeah, we saw Naoka.
He's going to get a slingshot here.
Yeah, he's definitely. Oh, blocked though. Yeah, Unite wasn't having that. They are slowing each other down big time. Inside line. Oh, I hit the wall. Yeah, that's going to ruin that lap. 7 minutes to go still. But, oh, yeah. I get the feeling, United's just returned to the pit lane there. So, as expected, with 2 massive smacks to the wall. So, all that work he did on tyre warming, all that work he did getting at the pits, completely wasted. Naya Luca, on the other hand, he's gonna do this lap, which will probably be very slow, and then but he'll have warm tyres for the rest of it. Whereas, United's gonna have to re-warm that all up. This is Rid, who has managed to not get involved in a battle in his quali lap, and is apparently the only one currently setting a semi-decent lap time, so we'll have to see where he hits on the board. We're through the car park section. We're hearing Magic's had an accident. Lovely car. Walls, not his friend. Not ideal for the race green driver there. Stuck on track as well. There we go. Finally got it going. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, he kind of got stuck off the track there. Right, let's see where Red comes here, because he's the first person that's actually setting a representative lap time. So that will be the benchmark for everyone else, assuming they can stay out of trouble. So let's see the only. Do you know what? With all that battling, only 0.3 of a second off.
Right, but without that battling, he's on pole.
It's a great point, and Sufor there is on pole. Presumably, lap times. I'm not going to mention anything about the scoreboard for a little bit, because we've got, as we saw, everyone went out in a pack, and everyone is now setting lap times in a pack. Presumably, the rest of these guys have managed to not get involved in a battle. Yeah, you can see Magic's lap time there, not a representative one at this point, but he'll come around and do another one, and hopefully get himself further up. So currently, I'm not sure who we've got still approaching the line, but we've got Isaac and Laguga both at the top, and I don't see a lap time from Gabor yet. So potentially, or Joe Holmes. Great point.
Oh, Joe Holmes is in 12th. Sorry.
Oh, well, that's I think that I'm going to guess he got held up, because I find it unlikely that was a representative lap time.
Don't forget, he was doing the massive tire warming. He was getting his tires
Good point.
in shape for this lap.
Yeah, great point. We'll have to see how that plays out for him, because we've not really seen anyone else do any of those crazy manoeuvres. Hubbard's third, so that is Yes Motorsports 123 at this present point, with Twin Camper Born to race fourth, and then 2 MRC cars of Mega, who we did see play a blind of a pit strategy, and Sufor, who also played a blind of a pit strategy in that last race. So they will definitely be a pair of cars to keep an eye on in this next one. See how they play that one, because they definitely went against the grain, pitting mid-race.
Here we've got Magic now.
Yeah, obviously we saw him make a mistake on that last lap. I'm not sure how far into this lap he is, but I mean, from earlier when I looked up at the timing score, I thought we've got loads of time. Now I'm looking at it and going, there's not much time at all left. With a 2-minute lap
2
time.
minutes a lap, so you got to get him in.
Yeah, I mean, those people that were I'm going to use the word messing around, which is probably not very generous, but that's how it appeared. Really, really, really hindered themselves for this entire qualifying session by basically reducing a lap from their very small allotment they had. You got Isaac here in a plain white car from his plain blue car last time. I'm going to say poor effort there from that team. You got a lot of brilliant liveries.
Moved into the 3rd place position,
splitting the yes cars, and I mean, have you seen the gap between Isaac and Joe Holmes there?
There's Joe.
Yeah, that tyre warming strat, I'm going to say, has massively worked. Smashed it second with, 1/100th of a second slower than Isaac? But the delta there says +0.0. So, that's an insanely close lap time. But they've got at least one more, if not 2. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But you got Isaac here, pounding round. No one really blocking him. He's getting bit of a giraffe in the car ahead, but he's not. I wouldn't imagine getting slowed down by them. So yeah, we'll have to see how that one plays out. But he's definitely under pressure from Joe Holmes here. And that pink car behind, we did see a pink car in the last race. Obviously, we aren't 100% sure if everyone's gone with the same colour scheme for this one. I know Isaac was blue and now he's white, but that car was doing a drift behind him. I was going to say potentially getting in the mirrors and getting in the way, but most certainly getting out of the way right now as Lagutskas, which I think is
So that's
the same colour.
Unite right now, meeting Laguga.
All right, so yeah, and Unite's only half a second off. We're hearing he's potentially been in the wall though. But yeah, we'll have to see how that one plays out. But yeah, massive. Obviously, Isaac's given up on this lap and is just warming them up
He's
for the
getting
next
ready
one.
for his final run.
The issue you've got here is you've got people coming up behind, and you're not quite sure whether they're on a lap or whether they're also setting up for the next one.
I just saw Lagogo doing the same thing, a little tire warming. So yeah, everyone's setting up their car for this final run.
I imagine it's also a case of if Joe Holmes doing the exact same thing. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be carried on across the board. And if people aren't, they'll probably be looking ahead, going, "Who's ahead of me? Oh, it's these two. Why are they warming their tires? Maybe I should do the same." But here we go.
Well, you got to be careful because they're going to be running out of time as they're
exactly that. I'm going to guess they've got literally this final lap left, so you cannot have any mistakes on this one. They've already got that. I'm going to put in quotes banker, but it's pretty quick. So they really, I mean, anyone at the front, they're just going to want to try and improve, and they haven't got too much pressure. Anyone, I mean, let's say, Twin Cam's 0.3 off, so everyone else after that, they're going to really want to put in another lap just to get themselves at the very least closer, because they know everyone else behind is going to. Was that, sorry?
Yeah, Joe just starting his final lap. He's at T2 here.
I think we're hearing that he was last on track to come over. Yeah, he'll be the last one to cross the line. So he will be. I mean, yeah. If you think of other racing series, they always want to be the last possible one to cross the line. So he's definitely timed that right. But we're hearing potentially some damage on that car, which might slow him down a bit on the top speed aspect of things. But again, a lovely car here. The 36 numbered machine is looking splendid.
Yeah, so Joe just has to keep this clean. Like I say, I think he's got engine damage, but
he'll be wanting pole, won't he? I don't think he'll be.
He'll need pole.
He's not going to be hanging about. Yeah, we saw Isaac. It looked like he was pushing and then sort of gave up and started warming. But yeah, we're hearing they're coming around the final corner now, so have to see if they can manage an improvement or not. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Isaac and Joe Holmes fare here, because they are the two that are currently in the prime position and probably the most likely ones to win this Month of Masters Championship. So to have them both.
So Lagogo goes to pole.
He does.
Here comes Joe.
We'll have to see where this comes, because that's crucial.
Isaac to second.
Joe Holmes second.
Joe Holmes to second. Gabber to third.
That's dropped Isaac right down. He's got a lot of work to do in this next race if he wants to try and beat Joe, because, I mean, he has got teammates around him, but as we saw in the last race, not necessarily going to help. But, I mean, yeah, that's really helped us, hasn't it, Fred? That's really set this one up to be a proper blinding race.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh, that's great. I love that that's happened. So here we go. Here is our qualifying results. We've got Laguga on pole with Joe Holmes second, currently tying for the Month of Masters Championship. Gabber third, Isaac fourth, the other driver who is currently tied. Nuoka fifth. Wingcam is in sixth, and Aerox is in seventh, with Unite, the only Sliders driver, in eighth. 2-4 and Wellstar in 9th and 10th, both for MRC. You got Rid in 11th, Manchester, Hachiroku, and Mega, and Hernandez in 15th. You got Kazanka, Magic, and Rayman in 16th, 17th, and 18th, respectively. Mr. Ban, who DNF from the last race, I believe, or at least retired early, and then Catilla in 20th. JJ Rayo, Camilon, and Alf in 21st, 22nd, 23rd. 24th is Spider-Man. 25th is our guy, who is still quite high up in the championship, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares in this next race and getting up. Wildcard 26th, Sport Flame 27th, Burned 28th, Rizzo 29th, and last is Hermione in 30th. So yeah, this is very well set up for this race to be an absolute blinder. It's I mean, you can see a little countdown with some people doing some setup runs for the before we start grid, or this is return to the pits, I'm guessing, from qualifying. We're hearing potentially pit stop practice, which is, I would say, sensible. That's not quite gone well. Preparing for their pit stop there, trying to line up where their grid slot was, and then as they were doing that, car pulls out right in front of them and blocks them. Definitely not ideal for them. But yeah, you got a couple of cars there parked in the pit lane waiting to grid up. Other people leaving the pits to get some pit lane speed limit and running in. It's just people preparing, getting themselves set, doing what they need to do to make sure they are ready to start the race. But yeah, this is, I would say, we've got 3 of the front 4 are all Yes Motorsports, who have a teammate who's battling for the championship, and then you've got an independent driver as well in amongst the mix with no help, no friends, nobody around to try and give them a leg up. So that is going to be a fascinating dynamic as we start this race. I think we've seen pace from Joe Holmes. He did do that alternate strategy where he pitted early in the last race. We'll have to see how that one plays out. If he goes for that again from the front, which I think would be brave, or if he follows suit with the other drivers, potentially goes 1 lap early just to try and split the difference and see if anything can be made from that. But yeah, I think that the only way we go from here is wait and see.
Well, Joe Holmes does have a tendency to pit early.
Yeah, it's
even if he's on pole.
Really? Okay. So yeah, we'll have to see how that one plays out. Obviously, it's a great strategy in karting, which I believe Joe Holmes does a fair amount of. If you do an endurance race, pitting early really gets you out of any kind of mess and sets you up. But yeah, we saw last race, pitting late worked quite well. It's green now,
and he's already in second here. So I'm not pitting early.
Yeah, it's a great start from Joe Holmes. I think he might actually lead down out of turn 1. He's got the outside line through this long sweeper, but I think he could well do it. Laguga's not going to want to let him, but I think he. What do you think, Fraz? Oh, he's had to back out.
Gogo's got it covered.
He has indeed. Oh, bit of contact though. Oh, that was an interesting one.
So Isaac getting through now.
That's really not that. Joe Holmes there has tried.
Oh, and we're 3 wide coming to this turn.
Oh, they just got through that. I thought that was going to be absolutely curtains for someone there.
I didn't think you could go 3 wide to that turn.
This series doesn't fail to impress me with the things that these drivers are doing with these cars. It's unreal, to be honest. If I wasn't seeing it, I wouldn't believe it. But yeah, Joe Holmes he's tried to force his way into the lead, and has instead allowed his championship rival to take that lead from him. And it's about half a second gap now. I mean, there's a lot of action going on down this field.
And you can just see everybody's too wide here. This is a really tricky turn.
Yeah, straight off the start.
Hardest turn here today. And yeah, they're making it through.
They are. No one's taking caution into any of this. It's a full-on sprint race, and everyone is going for it. I mean, it's the last race of the day. It's a classic thing. When you've got 2 races, the first one's a bit more cautious. The second one, everyone just goes a bit crazy. That seems to be playing out here. But yeah, 2-3 wide, going through corners, squeezing each other on apexes. think we saw Magic down the middle
Well,
of
the
that
thing
pack.
is, it's a weekly series, so a lot of these drivers are very familiar with each other.
It's a great
And
point.
yeah, it's the confidence that you can have that you can drive door to door with a guy and not be worried.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be understated how much having trust in the person around you allows you to race them. Which, I mean, yeah, if you're a bit of a liability, it's kind of great because no one wants to go past you, but at the same time, they're much more likely to barge you out of the way to get through. We're hearing Gabba might have pitted very early. Obviously, qualifying, he was a sort of in and amongst that mix, but yeah, he's gone for the alternate strategy that, as we said, Joe Holmes normally takes, but he's not taking this time.
No, yeah, I was checking that. Joe did not go in. So yeah, he'll be staying out, I imagine, until last lap.
Oh yeah, no plan lasts contact with the enemy, does it? And potentially you might have had that plan to go early, seen that he's second and right on the back of his rival and gone, nah, actually I can probably do this on track and I'll back myself and stayed out. Yeah, we'll have to see how that one where Gabba finishes will indicate whether Joe Holmes has made the correct decision here or not, I think.
We're watching Wildstar here under pressure. This is
Yes.
a nice train of cars.
You've got Wildstar behind Sufor. They qualified together, but it does appear that there's a bit of a gap appeared. Is that a gap? Is that Sufor at the front of this train?
It is super.
Yeah, so we did see that both these cars, the Sufor and Mega, I think it was, who's currently 15th, both MRC cars pitted mid-race last time. So we'll have to see how their race plan is here. But currently, Wellstar and Sufor are glued to each other, drafting for each other. A bit of flash of the lights from his teammate there. But yeah, they're kind of pulling a bit of a gap to the cars behind, but losing to the cars ahead. So they're in a bit of no man's land. So I can imagine similar strategy is going to play out here. They're going to just sort of go with an alternate strategy from everyone else and see if it works out for them or not. You got Isaac here with a gap to Joe Holmes that appears to be relatively stable. It's looked at 0.6 for a while.
Unite going door to door with who would that be?
Aerox, we're hearing. Yeah, there are. So we saw Unite have a bit of a nightmare in the last one. He sped in the pit lane and got a penalty and had to do a drive-through. He will not be able to do that this time, and Aerox is not going to have an easy time of it in this race, I don't imagine. So that's going to be a proper...
it wouldn't be a normal race if something bad didn't happen to Unite.
It's a great point. He does have the worst luck that I've seen on anyone on a sim. Yeah, every single time I've commentated on Unite, he's had a nightmare. I don't know if that says anything about Unite or about his luck with commentators, but yeah, I don't know. He seems to be very quick, but have some kind of horrible misfortune happen every race. Hopefully it doesn't happen this time. This is Nia Luca in the pink car, I believe.
No, that's Lagogo,
sorry.
Isn't it? That's Lagogo in the pink car, and Nally leading him.
Yeah, so Nia Luca had that disconnection in the last race from a similar position to this one, which, I mean, he was second and chasing down Gabba. Obviously, these two are currently in a scrap. I think Nia Luca will be relatively happy with third.
Closing the gap on Isaac.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one, see how that plays out. I think it could be just the ebb and flow of the braking zones for the circuit. But he's no slouch, is he, Joe Holmes?
No, he's probably got all the world records.
Yeah, he's been around LFS for a long time, and I believe he's been in this series for a long time. So he knows exactly what he's doing, but so does everyone else around him. So we've got Laguga and Nia Luca chasing them down, but apparently no threat to these two that are, they're in a proper scrap here, aren't they?
Absolutely. Joe's got his head down. He's going for
it. Sometimes it's actually easier to be the chasing car because you have a single-minded target. You've got someone ahead of you. You can see where you're quicker. You can see where you're slower, and it's really obvious for you. When you're a leading car, especially with this lighting we've got, where it's dark and all it is headlights, it's kind of difficult to judge the ebb and flow and see where they're quicker, where you're quicker, where you can defend. So it's going to be difficult for Isaac to keep this one if Joe Holmes manages to catch them. but yeah, it's yeah, they are, as you can see there, for the amount of how close they're getting and how slowly these cars are going, they are pushing
Well,
them to the
you know,
absolute
it's like
limit.
dangling the carrot in front of Joe right now, right? He
Exactly.
knows what he wants. It's right there.
Yeah, and he's really pushing for that one. I don't. Yeah, we is this magic? It's Hachiroku Rayman. Excuse me. Yeah, we've got two
Zank
teammates
right
there
behind
behind.
him.
Yeah, they are. I mean, there's no bump drafting, but I mean, there's a question of if you're that far down the field, is anyone going to notice? So, but we have because we've got the cameras, so they're going to feel best behaviour at that point. But yeah, I think they are probably going to work together to try and hunt Raymond down and see what they can make of this race.
You got Z-Ban. He's running 13th. He's got Mega right in front of him.
Does it? So yeah, we're hearing Mega's just got past. So yeah, I mean, on that basis, you'd expect Mega to pull away, but I mean, that's just because someone gets past you doesn't mean they're quicker than you. This could be yeah, we'll see how that one develops. Yeah, Joe is pushing here. Yeah,
Joe closing the gap with every.
I think I'd advise that anyone watching this, no matter where these cameras are, keep half an eye on this timing tower and see how this gap changes. Because yeah, I think Joe is pushing hard right now. As we said, they're tied. Whoever finishes ahead of the other one in this race is going to win this month of Masters Championship. And yeah, a championship's a championship, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Doesn't matter if it's the overall one or the month of January one. You're gonna want it. And
No, that's bragging rights.
exactly for the rest of the season as well, because you're only as good as your last championship, as they say, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
Yeah, these are two of the best drivers in LFS ever.
Yeah,
Joe and Isaac.
Sorry, we're just hearing some stats. Joe Holmes has had LFS since 2007 and Isaac since 2008. I think it might have, if I heard that correctly, I think it was also the same month, just a year later. So yeah, I mean, Joe Holmes will be saying, "I've got the more experience. I'll get this move here." Isaac will be saying, "I don't care. I'm ahead."
Right. Yeah, this is just too good.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fascinating to see how this. I mean, the other thing we haven't mentioned yet as well, they both have to stop. So we need to see when they're going to decide to do that, and who's going to make up the most time under that stop, and who's going to make sure they don't speed, don't miss the pit box, all that sort of general stuff as well. That's going to be. I want to see that. I want to see the strategies. I want to see them do something different. I don't want to see one follow the other one in.
Well, they'll be noticing they'll be checking their tires right now, wondering, how hot they are, and yeah, I know Joe Holmes is checking Isaac's tires right now.
Yeah, I think that's excuse me. That's one of the interesting dynamics you get in LFS is that you can keep an eye on everything that's going on around you.
Well, I know I can't do that. I cannot look at the other guy's tires. I'm too worried about my own race.
Well, so that's yeah. I mean, as we say, experience plays out, right? That's the kind of things when you've been doing it for that long, I guess it becomes second nature, right?
Yeah.
If you've got that much talent, I mean, you can divide some of that up into other tasks around. Oh, I see. I was about to say Isaac's hit the wall there, but they both have. So either that's a line, or they both followed each other into the same mistake. I think that's. I mean, Joe is now right on the back of him. They both hit the wall.
I think Joe's pushing just a bit harder.
Look how much that gap's come down now. 0.4. It was 0.8 earlier. Dropped down to 0.6. Now it's 0.4. He is. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know what to say. You can see it right there. How close he is, and it's closing up. I think Isaac's probably. It looks like he might be feeling pressure a bit. He's starting to make a couple of mistakes, losing time. Is that just pace, or is that mentality?
It doesn't take much here to make up a tenth of a second. You know, making up a second is a little difficult, but yeah,
I mean, yeah, like, I mean,
somebody
yeah,
touches the wall here, and yeah, the car behind him would be gone.
oh, yeah, I
Look
mean,
at
we
Joe
mentioned,
right on Isaac's rear bumper.
yeah, we mentioned that Joe damaged his engine in qualifying, so that's another aspect as well to LFS. Is you've got this suspension thing. If you hit the wall, you can damage your suspension. That can really hinder you. You can miss a shift or something like that and damage your gearbox. You can have clutch damage, especially if you have some kind of spin or moment and you mess that up. There's some different variables that are going on, and they're somehow ebbing and flowing around half a second or less, really just nose to tail, properly pushing each other. And we're hearing this is also, you can see at the timing tower, this is the closest battle on track. We're not just following these guys because it's fun. This is a crucial championship battle. It's for the race win. It's the closest battle on track.
Yep, just the way we want it.
Exactly that. Yeah, you've got. I mean, I mentioned a couple of team dynamics in the last race. Especially, I was expecting a bit more team interplay with Laguga and Gabba being right at the front with Joe, but that's not really happened. Gabba went with that early pit stop. Laguga's lost a bit of time and position.
They both went by Laguga.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's just drove pure pace and probably a bit of desire as well. I mean, Laguga won't want to hold up his teammate, so probably a bit more cautious than these guys did. And yeah, it's paying out. They've got what 2.5 second gap now. Yeah, this is it. This is where it is. Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to see Joe tuck. Oh no, he's actually. I was going to say you're going to see him tuck right up behind, but he's pulled out a little bit.
Yeah, he's taking a little different line every now and then from Isaac.
I wonder if that's just so he can see around the car to get an idea of where he is on the track, or if that's just to sort of show his nose and get in the mirrors and try and get in his head a bit. Or I mean, there's only a number.
He's right on him now.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that happened in the braking zone. Down the straight, it was fine. Out of the braking zone, he's right up behind. So potentially, we could see Joe being a bit more confident on the brakes, which is going to help him out if he does try and go for a move. He's not
right. You know, I don't think anybody brakes later than Joe Holmes. But again, we've got Isaac Price in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, it's all well and good braking late, but if you miss the corner when you're doing it, it's not gonna work out. Oh, bits. I mean, great on the brakes.
It's not only that. I'll say Joe will outbrake everybody else, but now you're after Isaac, and
but
you're not going to outbrake
Isaac. You have to, if you're going to do that, you can't go into the back of the guy ahead of you. So I think what we saw there was he got late on the brakes, realised he might have actually hit Isaac, and sort of ran himself wide and a bit squirmy on the exit of that previous corner. So he needs to not only, braking late's great, you close up the gap, but if you close up too much, I mean, you're going to hit the back of the car, you're going to damage your engine, all sorts of things. Yeah, and we just heard Nero as well. Pit stops, as we said, are still a thing, and we are approaching, like we said, short races, these ones, little sprint races, we are rapidly approaching the time when you are going to see the field diving in. We haven't seen Sufor or Wellstar come in. We were thinking they might. Sufor has been in, apparently.
Sufor is still running around in 11th, I see. Nally in 12th?
Yeah,
that's not Nally in 12th. That's Wellstar 12th.
Yeah, I think we're hearing they've both already been in. Yeah, there you go. You can see Gabor, Sufor, and Wellstar all been in. Obviously, we saw Gabor came in first couple of laps. But yeah, so they have done that mid-race split strategy. I'm not sure exactly how far off the back of Gabor they are, but I imagine they're about 4 seconds. I was going to say they might be following each other through, but it doesn't appear to be the case. But yeah, they're going to be keeping an eye on the gaps ahead and seeing if they can make up some time. I think we said about so what's going to be plus 11 probably. So they might come out. Oh, that looks like it might actually be 7th and 8th place for the MLC guys potentially.
Yeah, so I think Isaac just opened up a bit on
It does appear that. Yeah, I mean, just as we were talking about Joe Holmes, Isaac's decided he's gonna put the pedal down now, and yeah, I mean it was dropped right down. He was right on the back of him. I think this is just going to be an ebb and flow one, I think, until we get to the last couple laps where someone's going to decide they're going to go for it. But I mean, it's a championship battle. You want close racing. We don't particularly want contact if we can avoid it. We did see Joe get on someone on I think it was Laguga's rear
There we go.
quarter at
Joe
the start.
right on him now.
Yeah. Let's see how.
Yeah, this is about as close as they've been.
It's brewing, isn't it? You can feel it coming. Joe's using more of the track there as well than Isaac. Really, just getting all over the mirrors as much as he can, trying to scare him. Just make sure that you just have no idea exactly where he's going to do it. I mean, that, as we say, with the braking zone, that corner would be a great one because it's quite wide, but on entry, but narrow corner. So you can really send yourself down the inside, but then on the exit, there's no room really to try and hang it around the outside. So that would be a good spot. But I mean.
And right here, we're coming up right now. Joe's wedged right behind him.
I mean, we've still got what
4
laps to go.
Oh, Isaac gives up the inside.
I mean, we have seen cars hang it around the outside before, and I think he's going to try that again. But we'll have to see if it plays out. It's a bit more difficult in the front-wheel drive cars to try and hang it. Yeah, he's lost out
Isaac
massively
can pull
there.
that undercut here, and he doesn't.
No, Joe's made that work. I mean. For all the talking up we were talking, he's made it look very easy, but Isaac's not giving this up. He's right on the back. Pressure is up. He's pulled out.
Yeah, but Joe's going to keep his car. He's going to make Isaac go the long way every time now.
And through this corner, it's so difficult to judge exactly how much speed to take, but they've both... Oh, that was close to the wall. They left each other just enough room
we
and
got
no
contact.
more. Yeah, I think that was just more of a love tap than anything, just to try and
absolutely
get an idea where the car is when it's up your inside. Trying to look in the mirrors and get a judge of it isn't always the easiest. You make a bit of contact with your car, you know exactly where he is. Yeah, this is... I mean, as you said... Do you think Joe's got the pace here? I think it looks like he might be starting to eke out a tiny gap, and Isaac's just desperately trying to look for any gap there might be. But Joe is not giving up any kind of inside line.
Yeah, Joe definitely opening up a gap now.
Yeah, we're hearing since he's been released, every single sector he's done has been his fastest personal. Yeah. Apparently he's half a second quicker at the moment, which is significant. As you can see from the gap, Isaac's half a second behind him as it is. If Joe can keep that pace up and pull out half a second a lap, yeah. This could be... I mean, but as we say, let's not get too hasty. We've still got pit stops to go for us.
No, and Isaac could just be, just relaxing his tires and waiting for his next run.
Yeah, because of course it's not necessarily wear. It could also be heat as well, isn't it? You can't get your maximum grip when your tires are roasting. So give them a lap to cool down. Go again. Yeah, this is Aerox behind Unite again. We mentioned it earlier, and we said that this one could be a battle that goes on for the whole race. Certainly appears to be that way. Yeah, both these drivers also yet to pit, as well as Luger ahead of them. But is this Unite going for it? See, he's gone for the early strat. I think Aerox is going to go for that last lap pit, but Unite's decided to gamble, gone a lap early. Yep, and managed to stay under the speed limit as well. So he's not got a drive through. Yeah, it's. I think in that situation,
we've got Matt Juster in. We've got Roberto Hernandez in.
Yeah, a few of these drivers looking to presumably make up some time on the people around them. But I mean, Matt Juster was ahead of Hernandez. Potentially, he went, "I'll go early," and Hernandez went, "No, you won't, mate. I'll follow you." This is Gabor doing a drift on the outside. Currently Gabba racing for Yes, but he's also a member of Sidus as well, so these guys are teammates in other championships. Yeah, Gabba's on the back of him here. And yeah, he'll I think this isn't going to be I'm going through whether you like it or not. I think it's going to be a case of I'm going to have a look and you're going to let me through.
Oh no!
But
Oh no! Unite's not going to let him through.
you don't think so? If his Gamma behind
No,
showing
no,
your nose?
no, no,
Okay. Let's see how this one
no.
plays out
Nico's
then.
going to hold him back.
I mean, Gamma won that first race in the rear wheel drive car by a country mile. This one, yeah, he's not quite showing the same pace that he had earlier. But yeah, I mean, we saw him take the early pit stop. United's also pitted and is ahead of him, so it's not any kind of pit strategy or anything like that. This is a pure battle now for those two. We've got Joe Holmes still leading, and both these drivers are going to have to come in the pits this lap, alongside Luca and Aerox, and I think Rid as well. So, yeah, Joe, they have done it. No, none of these guys have forgotten. But yeah, this is a championship battle pit stop. I'm surprised that Isaac didn't come in a lap early just to try it and see if he could make up some time. But yeah, I mean, you can see the strategy here with deciding which box you want. Joe Holmes has gone second to last. We've got that extra box in case he missed it. But
So this is a
that's it.
long pit entrance, and it's a little tough. You can do a little bit of racing off the pit lane.
This is a last lap battle for the championship. They are tied on points. Whichever driver finishes ahead, they will win. And both these drivers are desperate for that. You can tell by the way they're driving. All race they've been nose to tail battling.
Oh, Gabber gets by Unite.
They're still. Oh, he's backed off. He's had to back off.
Unite retakes. And that's Aerox in front, right?
Yeah. He's just had to come out the pits. He'll be on I mean, no service, we said, so that'll be the same tyres, same fuel load. It's just a case of coming out and hoping.
And Isaac running out of time here.
He's gonna have to make. He's got to try and make something work, but I think with that gap, even a dive bomb, you're not gonna. All you're gonna do is hit the car ahead. You're not gonna make it down the inside, I don't think. Luca's having a look at Laguga. Is he? He's gone for it, but
Yeah, Gogo's protecting the inside. He's gonna make.
Oh, contact! Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna have slowed him down at the apex there. Really, yeah. Isaac here is. I don't think he's got the pace. He'll be slipstreaming all the way down here, but I mean, as we've seen, the slipstream is not as powerful as it is in other cars in other series. I don't think he's got. It's 2 by 2 by 2, all the way back here. This is a what a finish. Yeah, this is a. Let's hope we don't have. Here we go.
So yeah, I don't think Isaac can do it.
I don't think he can.
He's running out of time.
And this will be Joe Holmes, Month of Masters Drivers Champion. What a finish. Here we go. That was, yeah, and as close as ever, 0.3 of a second behind for Isaac. They were both previously tied, but yeah, Joe Holmes has won that, and that was a brilliant battle from these two. I don't think we couldn't have scripted that. That was better than we could have ever.
No,
yeah.
Lagogo holds off now. Luca. Unite held off Gabber. Aerox held off Unite.
Defensive driving on that last lap must have been something to watch. Yeah, Grolenska here having a look, but I don't think he's. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he was trying for that one, but not quite made it. Unite's reversing down the track. Don't see that all the time. But yeah, massive congrats to Joe Holmes. You can't say he didn't deserve that one, can you?
Like I say, you can't script that anybody.
Nah, he's smashed that one. That was a really impressive drive. Side by side as we approach the line.
Yeri and
Consider that. Yeah, I think that was Spider-Man just squeaking ahead of Catilla there for 20th place. If you look at the gaps there on the column just after the class name, you can see it was 105.52 and 105.53. That's how close that finish was. Yeah, we're hearing Burns got some damage on this, which is you can see that just there. He's really damaged suspension, damaged clutch. He's obviously had an absolute nightmare this race. And we're hearing that Hermione is also the last car that's going to cross the line a bit behind. Potentially might have an overtake, but it's going to be tricky.
Well, yeah, Hermione comes with a clean car.
I don't think that was close, but not quite. That's why you stay in it to the end of the race, isn't it, Fraz? Never give up.
Absolutely.
So here is our results.
Yeah, we like to say.
Joe Holmes.
You're battling all the way through this.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. Joe Holmes, Month of Masters Drivers Champion, ahead of Isaac and Laguga on the podium there. Naya Luca finishing this one, thankfully, in 4th with Aerox in 5th. You've got Unite for Sidus in 6th with Gabba taking an early pit stop that's definitely not worked out for him, as you can see, in 7th. Dufour for Master Race Car, the second Master Race Car driver in this field on that race, in 8th. You've got Rid in 9th and Wellstar, another Master Race Car driver, in 10th. Then you've got Mad Jester, Hernandez and Magic, Rayman and Sanka in 15th. Then 16th to 20th, you've got Argai, Rayo, Camilon, Alf and Spider-Man in 20th, just squeaking that 20th place ahead of 21st place Catilla. Quick Mick finishing this one in 22nd, Burned with all that damage in 23rd, and Hermione, our last finisher, in 24th place. Then you got Zeban in 25th, Wildcard 26th, Mega 27th, Hachiroku 28th, Sport Flame 29th, Brixo in 30th, and Twin Cam in 31st. And that's the 25th to 31st place drivers all DNFing in that race, unfortunately. Fast lap there as well, you can see from Joe Holmes, which is no surprise, managed to work his way from second place to first place and winning. What a race, Fraz.
Absolutely, what an afternoon to spend at South City and watching Joe Holmes and Isaac Price race.
It's difficult to chuck enough superlatives in for that one. It was I mean, we could have asked a better. Close racing, proper battle, championship battle, everything meant everything, and they were brilliant job by everyone involved in this tonight's racing. As you can see here, we've got our upcoming broadcast schedule. We've got round 5, which we've just done on January. Our next race is end of February, and as you can see, pretty much all the races are at the end of the month, last Thursday of the month, that we will be broadcasting, aside from those special anniversary races, which you can see highlighted there. So definitely don't miss those, because the Fragmasters guys usually put on a special event for those, and they are well worth a watch. So I think we're trying to get our standings ready for you. But while we're waiting for that, Fraz, I mean, Fragmaster name on this one. I believe you've been part of Fragmasters for a fair whack of time. My first real Fragmasters event, doing a proper championship season with, and I'm loving it so far. It's amazing. The quality of drivers, the quality of racing. I love that one. That was amazing. Yeah,
we've been around doing this for a long time. So, like I say, you show up every week. You tend to know the driver beside you. You just got confidence to go out there and race.
Here you can see our standings. As you can see, just to confirm, Joe Holmes there, 400 points. I say confirm. This is provisional because the series does have a possible chance of what would you say? I think complaints is the official term to put forward to the organisers. As you see here, Joe Holmes with a 25 points? I can't do maths.
15 points.
15 points. Thank you. That's embarrassing. 15-point lead over Isaac in that championship. But as we said, a great battle. And then Gabba there in third. A fair whack down, but I think that's just the byproduct of having such close racing in the series. that these names that are right at the front that are all massively quick in their own right, they're a little way off. But yeah, so you've got Gabber in third in the Monster Masters Championship with Sufor, Twin Cam, Laguga, Hernandez, Unite, Magic, and Hashiroku in 10th. And then on your other column, you can see the two sim racing Polska drivers in Zanska and Chameleon. TJ there, didn't see him today, then in 13th. And then Argai, Rayman, Nanaluka, Ryo, Onifus, who I don't think we also saw today, Alf, and then Aerox, you can see in 20th there. Right, yeah, so as we've got upcoming broadcasts, you've got Zafarales coming up on Monday. Rallycross at South City, which I think is going to be a mental race.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, I don't miss that one, definitely. But yeah, Fraz, thank you so much for giving up your evening to commentate with us. I'm really looking forward to doing the rest of this season. That was an absolute blast.
Yeah, that was too much fun today. That was awesome, Adam. And as usual, we got Elmo in the background. We got Pete.
Yeah, they always do a mega job with the directing and the poking stuff in our ears and doing all the cameras and everything. Yeah, it couldn't happen without them. So thank you very much for the silent voice in the background and for Pete for introducing the series at the start for us. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching. Thank you for giving up your evenings, and I hope everyone enjoyed. And massive congratulations to our winner, Joe Holmes.